are being selfless individuals in helping bring products to the towns and cities in the United States of America. You all don't get enough credit. I appreciate you. Thank you for what you do. Today's video is about the things that I've realized here in my time abroad in the Dominican Republic and my spiritual journey. Okay, so if you guys watch my channel now, you see I talk a lot more about the Bible and God, right? In my time here, I've realized that I am a dark, selfish, and greedy person. And, being here and going, for walks in nature and seeing different parts of the country, interacting with different people, I realize now why I've had so many problems in my work life in the United States and, with building personal relationships. It's because I failed to see how I've turned out to be a very, very selfish person. And I didn't realize it. As a truck driver, I spent a lot of time alone. And now I see, I only think about myself and I neglect to be a caring and generous person. I may project that sometimes. That's who I am. But when I really got to look at myself, here, I realized I'm the one who needs to change. I'm the one who has the issues. I'm the one who doesn't treat people properly and isn't grateful for the blessings that I have. Here you get a better sense of like society and, interacting with people as people. And, the things that have happened to me in my life, I think are, necessary. This is the path that God has steered me on, to see the errors in my ways, how much better of a person I could be instead of trying to be so destructive and masking it like I'm not. But in reality, there's a lot of things that I need to change. Hey, how you doing today? And I'm glad I came to this point. It hurts, but it's important for me to speak about it and acknowledge my own errors. I'm not better than anybody else. And, selfishness can really lead you down a dark path. It can really corrupt you. And hey, how you doing from Brazil? Okay. I hope one day, if it happens to you, that God shows you, hey, you're a bad person. There's things that you do that you don't realize that you're doing to other people. There's things that you do that are dark. There's things that you do that isn't really helping anyone except yourself. It's called selfishness. And, God has now brought me to that realization, and he's done it because it's time for me to make a change in my life. I could use my life to be a lot more helpful, a lot more beneficial to people. But over the years, I've realized that I've slowly grown into this selfish, dark person, a loner who acts nice on the outside, but, has really done mean things to people, don't treat them with respect, don't treat them with humility. And it's an important step in my life to realize this so that I can change and try and be a better person and have a better life. Now I will start what will be my new life. I will continue to read the Bible, and I will continue to focus on staying away from evil things and evil thoughts. My ego sometimes says, oh no, it's the world, but it's not the world, it's me. I've become a bad person. I have, in my heart and in my soul. And for that reason, I'm making this video today. It's about accountability and acceptance and realizing, hey, I made some mistakes and, I'm still alive. I can change those things, but I've allowed a lot of things into my heart and my soul that I now see as people reflect back to me. I say, oh, wow, I'm not really, a good person. And I can change that, the way I treat people, the way I act, comes from a place of selfishness, and it's not good. It's something that I now recognize and I need to correct. We're all here in this world, and, it's not one thing, it's not enough to just think good things for people. You have free will, you have the ability to actually be a good person or be a bad person. But it's important to recognize who you are to other people. And if you feel that what you're doing is wrong, that you have the opportunity to change and repent and try to take your life in a different direction. And this time here, my spiritual journey here, I've kind of realized that that is what's happened to me. I don't want to continue on this trajectory. I've become very greedy and selfish and inconsiderate. And, I really, appreciate the humbling experience of recognizing that about myself. You know, I like to think that I'm a giving and caring person, but I realize now that, I'm really not. And I sometimes like to be, and that's not fair to other people too. So in recognizing my faults, I realize I have to change. So I read the Bible now, which helps me realize, some of the mistakes that I've made and the person that I've become. And I also realize that I need to have more personal relationships in my life, because when you're alone a lot, you don't realize how much you change and how much you become all about yourself. Spending more time with people would be helpful now. As a truck driver, it's hard to get around people, but I may have to go for a career change. I might have to do something different where I interact with people more, so that I can focus on my demons and become a better person. So that's what this video is about today. When I'm on here and you hear me talking about the Bible and things that are going on in my life, I don't want you guys to think that I'm someone up here who's like all high and mighty and, I'm better than everyone. No, I'm addressing my own mistakes and my own failures in life and seeing, the parts that have gone bad and recognizing that, hey, I can change this. I can turn my life around and I can be a better person again. I can be a good person again. But if I continue on the path that I'm going, with the greedy and the selfish, loner lifestyle, I don't think it's going to end up very well for me. I think I have an opportunity to change my life. I think I have an opportunity to help people. I think I have an opportunity to speak about my experiences. But, starting with yourself is where changes really come in. And I'm willing to accept and admit publicly online that I am not the best person that I could be. And I need to get past the selfish ideals and the greediness and think about other people and how they feel. And I also need to make sure that I change myself from within, because who you really are reflects on the outside and people can see it. People can see if you're a narcissist, if you're greedy, if you're rude, if you're selfish, like it shows. And, now I see that seeing it myself is my opportunity for me to make the changes. Of course, others will see it first, but when you see it, You say, okay, yep, I see who I am now. And I'm going to continually work on becoming a better person. Okay? I thank you guys for watching. If you like my videos, like, subscribe. I've been going through a bit of a spiritual quest here. And I just wanted to be honest and straightforward today. And, hold myself accountable. And I hope God blesses you all. I hope that you come to the realization and make the changes that you need to make in your life as well, to become a better person. And, get on that journey, get on that journey to being a healthy, happier person, with good, solid relationships. And I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay? Bye-bye.